Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you to solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings, and information about that, along with any donations you'd like to make, can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. So thank you so much. So Aquarius, last but not least, this has been a great set of general readings, so I don't expect yours to be any different. We're going to be doing your reading with the Abstract Futures Tarot and getting an overall energy card from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Cards have been pre-shuffled, but I'm gonna shuffle right now to see what flips out. Oh, that one. You know, amazing. I just did Libra's reading, and they got the exact same card, and I shuffled this deck thoroughly, and you got the same card, and we're gonna take it. It's the Nyx card, and the card is Darkness. And I'll point out the fact that it's number 19, which represents the sun energy. In the Libra reading, I saw this as like a kind of cosmic shaman. So a wise, sage-like entity that was bestowing all of this kind of carnal but cosmic wisdom. And I also saw this as the battle between light and dark, but also Harry Potter and Voldemort. But the word darkness here, and the fact that this refers to, for me, the sun card in the tarot, it's like these two opposing energies, right? And right there in the middle, she's holding on to, or it seems like there's a hand, I don't know if that's actually a hand, holding on to this like golden disc. But now I see her almost as if she's part of both sides. And it's like this practice. I don't know if you've done this in meditation, but in my Reiki practice, I will create like the energy ball. I forget what it's called at the moment because my mind is blanking, but there's this thing you can do because we're all kind of electromagnetic energy. So if you close your eyes and you really focus, like you have to ground yourself, you have to really be in the moment, really focus. And sometimes it helps when you rub your hands together. You can actually create a ball of energy between your two hands. You can feel it expand and contract. There's pressure that happens, and it literally feels like there's a ball of energy between your hands. When I do Reiki, I create that ball, and then I send it out to the recipient of my Reiki that I'm channeling from spirit. I send that energy ball out to kind of give them Reiki. I don't know if the spirit asking me to give you Reiki right now. I don't think that's what they're asking me to do, but this is what I'm seeing. See, it's slightly different for your reading, that somehow you are creating this energetic force between your two hands, or you're creating this energetic force in and of yourself, right? It's not like, I saw this in the Libra reading as like two outside forces clashing, but for you it's like bringing the light and the dark together and kind of using it to your advantage. Wouldn't that be so Aquarian of you, right? The great entrepreneurs, the leaders, the CEOs, the individuals who march to the beat of their own drum. Wouldn't that be something? So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifiers. I may pull more if I feel like the reading calls for it. 2 more. Okay, you got 4 more, so you got 2 extra cards here at the end. Okay, so you did get 3 major arcana here. Nope, sorry, 4 major arcana. In your past energy, you got the Hierophant. Major arcana number 5 represents Taurus energy, and the Knight of Cups. So let's talk about the Hierophant in the upright. You got it in reverse, but in the upright, it would typically refer to a person of a great deal of spiritual authority. So sometimes they call this the Pope of the Tarot. It's your link to, it's your kind of human material 3D world link to a higher spiritual body, right? Like they're like a representation on earth of a spiritual body. And it doesn't have to be a person, but it can represent that, or can represent a governing body, a body of authority, like the government, or if it's in a company, it could represent like the board, that kind of thing. You did get this in the reverse though, in your past energy. So it's almost like you're a little bit kind of scoffing at the system, whatever system that is, right? I do want to say though that suddenly they said to me, oh, but Aquarius, tread carefully because you're part of that system. So Spirit just gave me that sentence, tread carefully because you're part of that system. Right? That's not a bad thing, but it's kind of like cutting your nose to spite your face. That kind of energy. It's kind of that in the past energy, you may have gone up against the powers that be. And maybe you approached it with a Knight of Cups energy, which is very authentic in your integrity, generous of spirit, of heart, of intention. It's weird. I suddenly felt like a weird, like, pressure behind my right eye. Was there something that you were having difficulty seeing clearly, and perhaps you approached this governing body to, with a very genuine gesture because you wanted clarification on something? Like, these rules have been in place forever, but why? Let me ask for a clarifying card. I got 2. Emperor in reverse and the 2 of Swords. Okay, thank you, Spirit, because this kind of clarifies what I was picking up on. The 2 of Swords is a card of being caught between 2 states of being, right? The Swords energy is air energy, as it is in your element, but it's being of 2 minds about something, like being, it could go this way, it could go that way, it could think this or think that. Like, there's a little bit of deliberation and stagnancy because it's being unable to discern, unable to come to a decision about something. And with the Emperor in reverse, another major arcana, we don't like to see the Emperor in reverse unless we're going up against the Emperor. So again, take it as it resonates. Are you the Emperor, or are you going up against an Emperor? The Emperor in the reverse is somebody who is not sitting in a seat of power, that they think they deserve. And because they're not sitting fully in that seat of power, they could feel a little frustrated, a little angry about that. The word that wanted to come out was retaliatory. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, because you did get the word darkness here, right? So it's almost like we channel the energy, but we want to channel it for good. We channel it with the best and highest intention for someone. If I do this for Reiki, it's always for someone's best and highest good. for someone's best and highest good. Sorry, there was someone crossing across the street, and he was in a full stride, and he stopped right in front of my window, but like way across the street. And he just paused for a moment, and then he just kept walking. And it was really strange, because it didn't seem to correlate to anything. He didn't look like he tripped or he was on the phone with somebody. He just paused and then kept walking. So I feel like that's relevant. Like the pause energy, like maybe you had to take a pause, like maybe, you know, things got a little heated. If this was a work situation, that you have the CEO and then the board, and they're both kind of not feeling great about something, and then here's poor you saying, but I just have a question. Like, you know, genuine question here. I just need a little bit of clarity, but it's in the past energy. Take it as it resonates. In the present energy, you have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So Six of Swords is a card of walking away from or moving forward from a situation that no longer serves you. It can also represent travel and world travel, but I kind of see this as you moving away from this energy in the past, as this is the present energy we're looking at right now. You just saying, okay, that got a little intense, because it's almost like I see all of this kind of dynamic movement around you, but it's this rectangle is like highlighting something, almost like a television. It's like a spotlight, like right on a problem, and you just being like, and we're moving away from that energy now. We're moving away from that energy, because if I continue on this path, it'll be really exhausting. Nine of Wands is a card of the wounded warrior living to fight another day. It's just like, how much longer do we have to keep going on this path? Isn't there a way to overcome it? Can't we channel something more productive, something more progressive, something that benefits everyone? Right? I'm gonna get a clarifier for it. What are we moving away from here? What's Aquarius? Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Something that doesn't feel like the right timing. Wheel of Fortune can represent good fortune, but can also represent divine timing. And this card is in the reverse. I clarified what is Aquarius moving away from. Something that doesn't, it's just like there's something in your bones that you're feeling like, you know, I've gathered up all the information, all the intel, and it just doesn't seem like we're going to hit the target on that one. And I think it would be best to kind of cut our losses right now. It's not proving fruitful, is what I just heard. It's not proving fruitful, so take it as it resonates. This also reminds me, the Wheel of Fortune in the major arcana, it is represented by Jupiter as a planetary body. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and good fortune, but I like to talk about Jupiter as being a great protector of our planet, because it, as a planet, its gravity serves to capture all of the asteroids in the asteroid belt, right? And I see this as asteroids that are just like kind of we're being protected from all of these kind of things that want to come at us. But we have this kind of bubble of protection from Jupiter that allows us to know, you know, that it's like Jupiter wants us to know that it's there, but that it also has our back. So there could be somebody in your life that serves that function, and not in like I'm not trying to say it in like a transactional way, but there's somebody in your life that is that has your best interests at heart, because they're showing me the Reiki practice. And you know, for somebody's best and highest good, when I meditate and I channel the energy from spirit in Reiki, much like I do when I read tarot, I always say for their best and highest good, for their best and highest good. So it's like Jupiter is saying that to you now, that, you know, I'm actually deflecting something that's not going to serve your best and highest good. So just take it as a blessing, right? Like if we're late to get somewhere because we're stuck in traffic, take it as a blessing. Don't get mad at it. You're in that car, you have to drive that car, you have to be on that bus, you have to be on that train. Just take it as a blessing that if you're 5 minutes delayed or 10 minutes, it's okay. Because there's something ahead that you aren't meant to be in or meant to see or be a part of, right? In your future energy, another major arcana, the Judgment card, number 20. Judgment card talks about answering the call of spirit, answering your life's purpose, your life's path, right? So in your future energy, you see the path becoming, I wanted to say class. Maybe some of you are taking a class, teaching a class. You see the path ahead very clearly, your personal path, your personal endeavors, right? Two Pentacles, clarifying that. Could you possibly be doing a little too much, right? I don't want to say that you're doing too much. I think just Spirit wants to clarify and ask you, you know, once we start on our path, make sure that you are in a position to be able to handle it, right? So, you know, I work a full-time job. It's very full-time. And when I started this channel, I really had to ask myself, am I going to have time to create content constantly? And it turns out the fact that I create content constantly makes me better with my time, because I don't waste as much of it anymore because I'm creating, right? So, but I had to ask myself, can I multitask? Two of Pentacles is like juggling. Can I multitask in the effort to follow my life's blueprint? And so Spirit is kind of giving me that example to give to you right now. Can I balance everything? Because it's coming at me from all sides. Can I harness that energy and like project it to something focused? Let me pull a clarifier. What does that mean, Spirit? Aha, High Priestess, asking you to hone in on perhaps your clair abilities, clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairgustance. There's another one I can't remember. Right? Deep knowing, being able to hear spirit, being able to see, right? Being able to taste and smell. Clairgustance, I think, is taste. What's the smelling one? I don't remember. People have these abilities. I'm clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. I would not call myself a psychic by any stretch of the imagination, but people have told me that some stuff that I say comes true, right? I don't know, take it as it resonates. I'm just here to deliver the messages, right? But what I always tell people, that what I'm doing is something that you can do. That's nothing that's extra special about me. It's just that I practice. This is what Spirit is asking you to do right now, because you do have these abilities. You just have to practice. You absolutely have these abilities. The High Priestess sits at the veil between worlds, this world and the next. She's all-seeing, all-knowing, and she's secretive. And so Spirit right now is literally saying that it's time for you to acknowledge that you have very beautiful gifts that are wrapped up in your life's purpose path. Now, in one sense, they can represent spiritual gifts, but I'm just seeing in the word gifts. So maybe you have a gift for fixing engines. I don't know, whatever it is. And you love to do it. It's like you love to fix car engines. You love to build, rebuild classic cars or something. That's an example I've used before. And it's just your passion. You just love to do it. So then do it. Just have a project on the side, and then you never know what it could turn into. You know, the people have left their full-time jobs to follow their passions for much less, you know, than that 6 figures and stock options and whatever, which is, those things are great, right? If that's what your passion is, that's great. But there are a lot of people that have left the corporate life to open up bakeries, or to open up like a doggy daycare, or animal shelters, or to, you know, start a nonprofit, or just something so, or travel the world in a van. Like, it's just something so opposite of what modern society might think that we should be doing with our time. You only have one life to live in this life, and would be best if you followed what your path was. But in order to do that, in order to figure out, you know, if you say, okay, well, I don't even know what my path is, quiet the mind, meditate, connect to Mother Earth, connect to yourself, connect to Spirit, the universe, God, Allah, whatever, whoever. Connect to something bigger than you, even if it's your own soul, your own higher self. Connect. Quiet the mind. Pay attention to your dreams. I just heard that. So, what's your advice from Spirit? You got 4 cards instead of 2. Hanged Man in reverse, which is major arcana. Represents Pisces, sometimes Virgo. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Could be unblocking something. This is a card of blocking. Hanged Man in the reverse is coming out of this tree of knowledge. Coming down from, you know, a 30,000 foot view you might have taken. You might have stepped way back for a while. And now Spirit is saying, now we want you to get in real close, right? Unblock yourself and get even closer. The Strength card in the upright, Leo energy, number 8. Amazing, because it's almost like doing the deep dive. It's almost like you here watching the story of your life projected in front of you. Doing the deep dive. The Strength card represents a mastery over the ego. And when I said mastery, I saw 23 on my timer. A mastery of the self, of the ego and the fear, with the confidence, right? You have to have a healthy balance, a well-adjusted balance. And, you know, it's inner resolve too. It represents inner resolve. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, that's double sevens. So you could be born in 77. Take it as it resonates. 7 of Pentacles in reverse is looking at things that you have invested in, invested your pentacles, your time, money, energy, and realizing what no longer serves you. It's no longer an investment you want to make. So you're just going to say, okay, I gave that a shot, and now I'm going to move into a different direction. So Spirit is kind of asking you to assess what is and is not working for you at this time. What is and is not working for you at this time. So that's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings, and Comment down below if it did resonate. Thank you so much.